The ideas that the soul, or psyche, can leave the physical body while the body is unconscious or in a trance mind state, that the dream world is a real place that serves as a kind of crossroads between the realms of life and death, that we can communicate with dead ancestors in dreams or trance, and that when we die we experience something similar to entering into or waking up from a dream, are all prehistoric premises in origin that were already codified into religious beliefs by the era of Sumer and the earliest now known city-states. Ancient Mesopotamian metaphysics described the realm beyond death as an underworld, being the first to literally place hell in a cave, which they called in Ugaritic Kur, where the flesh of the dead was hung from meat hooks, and their lost souls spent eternity squatting and eating dust. This Sumerian concept of an underworld afterlife, thought to be accessible via dreams and trance while still alive, blended with the Egyptian Amduat, River of Death, of their Book of the Dead cycle, and these both informed the later Hebrew and Greek ideas of the soul's immortality in what we call today hell. In the Hebrew Torah, dreams are interpreted as visions predicting the future and as messages from angels. In the Greek myths, a descent into the underworld, or a katabasis, Greek for going down, occurs as a chapter in many characters' life cycles, but it is the demi-deity of song alone, called Orpheus in Greek, based on Dumuzid of Sumer, who adds an anabasis, coming up, to reascend as a psychopomp who can cross over into the home of the dead and return while still living. In some respects, the character of Christ in the canonized Gospels was based on the legends describing Dumuzid and Orpheus as well. In the Norse myths, the goddess of death's name is Hel, but the same character may be traced at least as far back as the Sumerian demoness Ereshkigal, who was also prototype for the Greek Persephone. Following the lifetime of Jesus, from exactly 2,000 years ago on, there appears to have been a major theological shift from the belief that all souls ended up in hell to the belief that only the damned souls ended up there, souls that had sinned or committed a crime against God. Contemporary to the development of Islam in the Levant, in the foothills across the Himalaya to the east, a psychological model called the Barlow Total was being formulated and studied as a blending of Buddhist dogmas with traditional Bon shamanism. According to this Tibetan Book of the Dead model, as well as to contemporary Christian mystics in Europe, the vengeful, wrathful, and demonic expressions we may experience in our final moment of death are merely regrets acting as hungry ghosts that cling to the soul as it rises from its mortal vessel, drawing it back down, in the Tibetan version, into the realm of reincarnation, and into rebirth in one of the 6 Bardo Lokas. According to this model, one whose karma is impeccable may attain instantly upon their moment of death to the utmost realm of the Chikai Bardo and enter oneness with the primary clear light. To this end, it is nowadays widely believed few have truly attained, including, by various accounts, Enoch, Hiram, Buddha, Jesus, and Muhammad. Such latter-day shamans comprise a modern-day pantheon of psychedelic man-gods, the so-called ascended masters of contemporary trance-channeled theosophy, but their actual teachings are lost on the din and throng of their New Age followers.